At the beginning of this book, we imagined that we are aliens who have walked on this planet. On our first day, we discovered Qur'an. We were curious that what this book is. We decided to read it, free of any background interpretations from any human being. Let's talk about one of the observations of these aliens by reading one of their notes, the one about hijab. This month is our 24th month on planet Earth. We were sent here to study these people's life. Upon our arrival, the first thing that we learned was that they have received a miracle book from God. Our planet has not been honored to have such a book. Maybe this is our destiny to transfer this blessing to our people. Maybe this is the time for our people to receive a holy book. That is why we decided to read, understand, and translate this book as much as we can and send our notes to our people. Today, after a long time, isolating ourselves and reading Qur'an, we decided to give ourselves a break and go on a tour around this planet. During our trip, we discovered places that large numbers of women had covered their hair. Some of them had covered their faces too. In some places, you could not even see their eyes. The most difficult part was that some of them were not even allowed to leave their houses. When we asked for the reason, they said that this is God's command. I asked them where was that command. They said in Qur'an, verse 24.30 and 24.31. We ran back to our room and went straight back to studying Qur'an. Verse 24.30 starts with this: "Tell the faithful men to restrain their eyes and guard their genitalia. That is cleaner for them. God is well aware of what they do." That was surprising for us. The first part of the command was about men, not women, asking them to control their eyes from fooling around and guard their genitalia from wrongdoing. Why women should pay the price and carry the burden of men. If you don't look for something, why it should be hidden from you. If you listen to Qur'an and watch yourself, why women should be worried. We continued reading. In the next verse, first it is said, 24.31, "And tell the faithful women to restrain their eyes and guard their genitalia." This is interesting. It was surprising that women, like men, were encouraged to self-control and stay away from wrongdoing. It doesn't matter how covered you are, if you have a sick heart, you will commit the sin. It is not the hijab that protects you. It is a good heart and watching your eyes from fooling around. By then, there was nothing about covering head, face, or eyes. We kept reading. Next it said, "Don't display their beauty except what is apparent of it." It says, "Don't expose your beauty more than what is normally visible." It doesn't say, "Cover your visible beauty." It doesn't say, "To turn the visible beauty to invisible beauty." It says, "Don't be nude." Everybody agree with this. Still, there is nothing about covering hair or face. We had to find this God's command. We could not tell our people that from now on, half of them should wrap themselves in dark clothes from head to toe. Our people are smart. They always ask questions. They always read things on 21 their own. They would reject this command, and they would reject anything else that comes with it. We kept reading. Next it was said, "And to draw their coverings over their breasts." This one is also very obvious. Everyone knows that. Again, there was nothing about covering from head to toe. We were desperate to see that command for covering the hair and face and locking women inside the house. We found a translation that had translated this sentence to this: "Cover from head all the way to breasts." We got very upset. That was an obvious lie. No one has said this. How these guys came up with such an awful translation. We kept reading. Next it was said, "And don't expose their beauty except to their husbands, or their fathers, or their husbands' fathers, or their sons, or their husbands' sons, or their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women, or those they legally own, or their male attendants who have no sexual desires, or children who are not yet aware of the sexuality of women." Here, there is a long list of people that women can expose their beauty to them, and it includes their male servants and those men who have lost their sexual desire. Frustrated, I shouted so hard, "Where is God's command to women to cover themselves from head to toe?" That was an imaginary report of an imaginary alien about hijab. Our aliens believe that what they saw was nothing but misinterpretation of Qur'an. With the rise of Islam in ancient Arabia, women gained too much right against abusive men. They would freely go to Prophet Muhammad and complain about their husbands. Idol worshippers would complain that if Prophet Muhammad gets the power, we have to listen to our wives. And this is what happened with the rise of Islam. Hijab was the revenge that they invented against free and faithful women. Now the idea of hijab is so melted into Islam that the only thing that most of non-Muslims know about Islam is hijab. Most of non-Muslims think that Muslim women are forced to wear hijab, but the truth is that lots of Muslim women willingly wear hijab because they think that this is the only way to go to the heaven. In some parts of the world, oppressive dictatorship regimes force women to wear hijab. The leaders of these countries not only believe that above verses mean covering women from head to toes, they also claim that wearing hijab is mandatory, and ignoring it is a punishable crime. Punishments like lashes, jail, being deprived from social rights like education or traveling, and even death. The faithful women that have been described in the above verses of Qur'an are not difficult to find. They are all around us in the form of Zoroastrian, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, or any other healthy-minded woman. They are hardworking and lovely mothers, wives, doctors, teachers, managers, or police officers who spend all their effort to protect their family and raise their children and perform their job. They don't have time to be worried about a bunch of hair coming out of their scarf. They are those faithful women who have no one in their mind other than their faithful partners. I believe a good woman is like a glass of pure water, with no color, no taste, no smell, yet full of life. Hijab does not add anything to a good woman, and it does not protect society from a bad woman. It just takes away women's freedom. It ties their wings. They cannot fly with hijab. There is another verse about hijab in Qur'an. In chapter 33, verse 59, it is said, "O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers to lengthen their garments over themselves. That is more appropriate, so they will be recognized and not harassed." This is another verse of Qur'an that has been used by some Islamic clerks as a proof for the importance of hijab. I am going to define the current Islamic hijab rules in different parts of the world, and you tell me that how much of that is seen in this verse. A girl starting from age 9 years should start wearing hijab. They should have all their hair covered. In some parts of the world, the entire face, except eyes, should be covered. In some countries, women's eyes are also considered tempting to men. Therefore, the entire face should be covered. In some parts of the Islamic world, men get so easily tempted by Satan that women are considered nocturnal creatures, and they are not allowed to leave the house during daytime. The entire trunk of women should be completely covered with loose clothing, so even the imprints of the prominent parts of body, like breasts, would not be visible. Basically, the women should be inside something like a barrel. Arms and forearms, all the way to the wrist, should be covered. In above-mentioned countries, hands should be covered by black gloves. Legs all the way to the ankles should be covered, and again, in the above countries, feet should wear black socks. Would you please tell me that how much of these rules and regulations have been mentioned in the above verse? Is hijab an order in Qur'an, or something made of human mind? I explained all there was in Qur'an about hijab. I leave the decision for those good-hearted Muslim women who think the only way to make it to the heaven is by wearing hijab.